Tenochtitlan was founded sometime between 1325 and 1345 when the Aztec sun god Huitziltepochtli is said to have sent the Aztecs on a pilgrimage to find a place where an eagle was devouring a snake while perched on a prickly pear cactus. They discovered this holy symbol at 19 degrees north and 99 degrees west on a swampy island within Lake Texcoco in the Valley of Mexico, where Mexico City is located today.
Over the following 200 years, the people of Tenochtitlan expanded it by hand to create their home and fortress, which became a thriving and sophisticated city that served as the capital of the Aztec Empire, as well as a religious and economic center. It was also diverse, with nearly 300,000 people of Mexica, Aqua, and Chalca origin who spoke the Nahuatl language of the indigenous peoples of the Mexican Valley. This city enabled the Aztecs to become the most powerful empire to ever exist in Mesoamerica.
Tenochtitlan was firstly a holy place for the Aztecs. They incorporated their religion into their daily lives. Their religion was very complex with over 50 gods, the idea that the universe was constructed into 13 layers of heaven, and a sacred 260-day calendar with each quarter portion devoted to a different god. The very layout of Tenochtitlan itself had religious significance to it. Within the center of the city was the largest pyramid ever built in Mexico, the Templo Mayor, which served as a sacrificial temple for the main deities of the Aztec religion, Huitziltepochtli and the rain god Tlaloc. Each had their own shrines on the top platform of the pyramid, which sit side by side. The pyramid still stands in Mexico today as a ruin.
They regularly practiced human sacrifice in religious ceremonies using captives of war, slaves, and criminals, believing that the flow of human blood brought moisture required for the earth to remain in motion, such as the rising of the sun and the growth of crops. Aztec priests would cut the hearts out of their victims with obsidian knives and place it on the stone vessels to be burned. In some practices, victims were decapitated or skinned in addition to the removal of the heart. Aztecs also practiced non-fatal sacrifice through self-harm and what is known as bloodletting, where animal bones would be used to cut the ears and legs in order to provide offerings of blood to their gods.
In addition to being a holy city, Tenochtitlan was a huge trading metropolis with bustling marketplaces selling a wide range of goods. Gold and silver jewelry, gems, fruits, vegetables, poultry, fish, salt, copper tools, slaves, and obsidian weapons were among the wide variety of goods that were dealt with in the marketplaces. The Aztecs mainly bartered amongst themselves without any official currency or government regulation. In some cases, cotton textiles and cacao beans were used as currency. Cacao beans were considered extremely valuable because hot chocolate was the drink of the gods. Beyond the city itself, trade merchants were sorted into hereditary guilds that either dealt with regional or international trade.
Tenochtitlan was a part of political alliance with its neighboring cities of Texcoco and Tlacopan, which traded with one another regularly. Over time, Tenochtitlan grew to be most dominant and wealthy and emerged as the capital of the alliance. Regional trade guilds took goods from the manufacturers all over the empire to give tribute to the cities of the Triple Alliance. This is how these cities, especially Tenochtitlan, gained massive wealth.
Outside the Aztec Empire, international guild merchants mainly traded with the state of the Tarascan Empire in a region of pre-Columbian Mexico where the modern states of Michoacan, Jalisco, and Guanajuato are located today. The Tarascan Empire blocked northwest expansion of the Aztec Empire, making them the Aztecs' primary enemies. However, despite the political disputes among one another, the Tarascan Empire provided the only source of copper and bronze for the Aztecs, so in turn the Aztecs traded obsidian with them. There was also an extensive and intricate ceramics trade among the two empires.
Tenochtitlan reached its height trade and expansion in the middle of the 15th century during the reign of Montezuma I. Montezuma reigned from 1440 to 1469 as the 5th Aztec emperor and king of Tenochtitlan, who brought stability to the empire as it continued to rapidly develop. 50 years and 3 empires later, Montezuma II received Spanish conquistador Hernan Cortes and his forces in 1519. The Aztecs and Cortes's forces fought several battles over the course of approximately 2 years. The Spaniards also brought a smallpox epidemic to the Aztecs, which contributed to much of the empire's decline. Cortes then later held Tenochtitlan under siege with an army of Native American allies in addition to his own. Tenochtitlan's ultimate downfall to the Spanish came in about 1521.
Today, Mexico City is the capital of Mexico and one of the most densely populated cities in the world, many of which are Aztec descendants. According to the Observatory of Economic Complexity, Mexico City has the 12th largest export economy on the planet, exporting cars, electronic equipment, engines, medical equipment, oil, furniture, plastic, iron, steel, and a variety of vegetables. Over half of their exports come to the U.S., and the majority of what remains goes to China, Japan, Germany, and South Korea.